Welcome to build day 11. We're in the truck. We're going to move the truck, but we're not moving it into spot. We're going to go get our errands done before we start doing the hunt. And breakfast of the day is coming from Cap Zone 2. He suggested it in the comments the other day, and I'm adding a twist. He suggested a cream-filled maple bar and cocoa. What sounds good is a cream-filled chocolate bar. A donut instead of the maple frosting, the chocolate frosting on it. And cocoa. That sounds good. What about you, set dresser? What do you think? She has no idea. And she's trying to be quiet. She's shaking her because she doesn't like being on camera. Unless she's dressing a set. Then it's another story? No? Okay. Anyway, we're going to get our errands done, then we'll get out in the hunt and get built. Errands done. We're home. So now, hunt build mode. Today's vlog is going to be a hodgepodge. I'm going to be all over the place in the hunt. I got to get the sidewall up on the corn. I've got to get my paint sprayer out, and I'm going to go through and get most of these here on the fencing. And they're scattered throughout the hunt, painted with my air sprayer. The ones attached to the wall are going to have to be brushed. And Swan will do that. We got the stuff on the patio and out by the shed and down the basement we need to get out here in the hunt. I'm probably going to get some of the basic airlines basically for the spider display and the mausoleum. That's on the docket that needs to be done at some point in time. Just a lot of little shit, here and there that need to be done. Today's my day for doing it. I don't know exactly how far we're going to get. Another chore is I got to still have a slight mess in here. I got to get the blower out and do some blowing so Morgan can do some more sweeping and what have you. So we're going to be working a little bit everywhere. And as I give you update, I'll show you what we've gotten done at those times. Okay, before dinner update, you haven't had hardly any updates today. I have a feeling this might be a short vlog unless I start to ramble again. Ramble and ram. We've been all over the place in here today. Swan was out, repainted the caps and the bases. Kaylee's been helping on, anyway, painted the caps and the bases on all these type of pillars throughout the hunt. I went through in any bare 2x2s that we had through the hunt for the fencing. There's another one there. I painted black. Morgan, on the other hand, has been helping out carrying a lot of stuff out. We got a lot of the graveyard stuffs out here. So we got that done. Me and Sue spent some time and we went through and installed 3 of the boxes. This one here is for the graveyard. Obviously we're going to have something pointed up there. We are going to come out tonight and, excuse me Katie, can I come through? Yeah, watch out you. But we're going to bring a projector out here tonight and test everything and see how, the boxes work, see if they need to be altered. What have you. So we'll be doing that when it gets a little bit darker. I spent quite a bit of time getting him out. We got the pond sprayed earlier. I got my maintenance done on the mech. Some vlogs ago I mentioned the tab on the crossbars broke off, so I had to re-weld that. But we got him installed. He just needs power and electricity. We got some parts for the water wall out here, the ammo boxes. All the frames in here have been painted black. Over here in the photo hall, there isn't much yet. Haven't really brought everything for the photo halls either downstairs or up in the attic. We've got the mix of the bouncing spider in, the jumping spider, the attack spider. There's Kaylee. And we got our other box up here for another one of our projectors, and the projector is going to be pointing down here at the ground, and we're going to be using Creepy Crawlers 2 from Atmosphere Effects in it, set to spider and snake, and we're going to have that playing here on the pavement to freak people out as they come out of the spider. We're over at the entrance. I walk the maze for Kaylee. She hates it when I leave her at the exit and make her walk it by herself. Okay, I've got another video box there. We're unsure where to mount it. What we want to do is I picked out a mixture of Atmosphere FX stuff to play right here on this wall across from the enter gates, you know, to entertain people while they're waiting to get let in. We aren't sure whether that box needs to be set dead on, or if we could have it at a slight angle and aimed at the wall, or what. So we were thinking about maybe mounting it here, either up here, over on the corner of the pillar. I'd rather have it up here and aimed down. Ultimately, I'd rather have it over here, you know, put it on top of a 2x2 post or something. But it all depends on where we put it, on how big of a screen we're going to get out of it, you know, and how much is going to show up. I don't want a real dinky little box showing up. I want something that's going to fill the whole, not the whole wall, but the whole projection screen, or close to it. Ultimately, I'd like to have it right there above the gates, but there's nothing to mount it on, and the entrance arch isn't steady enough, especially if it gets windy, to have that projector up there. So I don't know, we're gonna have to wait and see, but we're gonna bring out a projector. We're gonna test this one, the exit arch, and the one in the graveyard tonight, just to kind of see, you know, how things work, see if things need to be adjusted. In the Gypsy display, I got the pot belly stove in. That was the only thing for the Gypsy in the shed. In here, we got the stocks out. I need to put them together yet. We got the pneumatic pirate, the oars, and the ammo boxes that hold the swords. So we got that done. We got the fence poles painted. And then I spent some time putting this up as well. So this is good to go. You know, and it goes all the way around to the back, so it won't allow light in. And then once the hay's in, I can get in here and do this side of it too, so we don't get light from the window shining in and ruining the effect of the corn. So we've got that too. We've had a little bit of maintenance, a little bit of this, a little bit of that going on today. But all in all, we haven't had too bad of a day. Patio is cleaned off except for the donation box and the camera holder for the front porch. We got the rope for the pirate display, so we'll leave that in here until she's ready for it. Back here, we got this all cleaned out. We've got the netting there, some extra netting, which Sue-Ann will be using in spots throughout the haunt. And my stacked skulls that I use for the queue line, they're in the shed. But other than that, everything else is out. So we're good to go. Hey guys, not the end of the day wrap up. And yeah, I got red lights on my head. I got one of those head mount lamps. We bought them today at Costco. They're working out really good. Got a couple things for you. I'm going to turn the light on here. So, and I know I just blinded you. David over in the UK, and David, I'm not going to try to pronounce your last name, was asking about, in yesterday's vlog, about how I do my corn stalks. Now, obviously, this is the backside of one of the panels. All my partition walls are 2 foot wide. You know, everyone's got different size walls. For me, it's 2 foot. They're not skinned on either side. You know, all my skin panels are separate. So I just put up the bare bare walls. And on this cross member here, I use either staples, let's put it this way, I use heavy twine, which is what this is here, and just simply, I put bunches of 3, and then wrap it around, and then wrap it around the bar, and just kind of keep going, and do it tightly. Or, I take the twine, and I'll staple it here, wrap it around 3 of them, and staple it here, and just do that all the way down the wall. I use both methods, depending on what I'm in the mood for. Doing the wrap method, like I've got on this wall here, is actually a lot quicker, and a lot easier on the hands. And here, let me get this light out of the way. There we go. Now you just got the red dots. That's a little bit easier on you. But that's basically how I do my corn. David, I hope that helps. I found this comment at dinner when I was down eating dinner, and if I'd seen it earlier, I would have answered it early when we got light out here. As far as workout here, we've gotten a couple of things done. First off, in here in the witch's display, we got the fireplace moved out. I'm going to work on it for a little bit. Maybe see if I can get the fireplace put in tonight. The other thing we did was on the video, 3 of the video projectors. 2 of them go in the same spots they were in last year. We know how the projectors handle, what type of picture we're going to get. In here, though, was a different story. What we wanted to do was have the projector here and have it shine on the wall here. Too close to the wall, we were getting too small of a picture. I need a bigger picture. So tomorrow, what we're going to end up doing is I'm going to take the box off the tree. We're going to put a stake in the ground right about here and have the camera pointed up that way. And that gives us a nice big picture up on the wall. So we'll be out here doing some testing with it tomorrow night. And yes, you will see the projectors working. Just not in the setup vlogs, or at least not at this point in the setup vlogs. After we get them into their final place and stuff, you'll see them. As to the other 2, going the wrong way here. As to the other 2, in fact, I'll just go this way because all you're seeing is a blinding light. I gotta get used to having this new head camera. But as to the other 2 projectors, we're going to need to move those too. One, we had a major switch on, and we'll get you out to that here in just a second. Hold on. Okay, we're out by the entrance. There's the box there. What we wanted to do was, we've got the entrance gates here. In fact, we'll come out here. I wanted to mount the camera here in this area. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep the gate open and it keeps wanting to shut. But I wanted to mount the camera here and have it shining on that wall so people in the queue line could watch it. Give them, entertain them, while we were, while they were waiting to get in. Problem is I can't mount it out here on the driveway. If I mount it out here on the driveway, people are going to frickin' mess with it. I don't want people messing with it. So I either have to mount it up here or down below. And we found, unless it's straight on, if I mount it off at an angle, you get a nice narrow square frame here and a huge wide angle end down there. It doesn't like being at an angle. So we came up with a fix. Another thing that's been bugging me is with the photo op over here. Sue-Ann is going to burlap the rose bush. She does that every year. We've been having a problem in the ghosty face. He's getting caught in the roses. So she's going to burlap that, and she's going to do a long, instead of a huge round pumpkin pile around the rose bush, she's going to put a few pumpkins on there and do a trail going out of pumpkins. That's her plan. That leaves that wall totally blank. So I'm thinking I'm going to move the entrance projector over here, and we did a test with it. If I put the projector right here by the base of the pillar, and we have it angled up there, it fills up the whole video screen. And we're just going to mount the video screen on that wall, and we'll have what we were going to play at the entrance over here. So we'll have some video going on with the photo op. People ought to love that. And then we'll have a chair, the benches and stuff sitting here. So I've got 2 video projectors I've got to move. That brings us to the third one. And that's this one here. It's going to have Creepy Crawlers 2 on it. This one also needs to be moved. Instead of having it sitting here, I am going to move it back to here and have it running across and pointed down that way. That way it's going into the exit for the spider. It's, you know, it just works better. And we're going to have some snakes and spiders and miscellaneous stuff kind of crawling around on the ground. And maybe a little bit up on the walls for people to walk through. Progress made. Fireplace put together. Fall over backwards here and cause a shot. I gotta get used to having this headlight on. But there you go. One fireplace put together. And with that, we're into our end of the day wrap up. Where Ram sits there and rambles. So you're going to get a Ram ramble. Kind of hard to mention what we did today. We did a little bit of everything. We got the tarp up around the corn. We got a lot of stuff that needed sprayed black. Sue Ann got in here, painted the pillars. Morgan did most of the shed by herself. I don't mean unloading the shed. I mean carrying the stuff from the shed into the front yard. There was just the bigger pieces that she couldn't move left. She got everything else, so she did real good on that. We got the boxes in for the projectors, did a test tonight, and we're going to have to move them. Kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. You know, we were testing them. You know, first year in the hunt, we got to get you know, for those 3 spots. You know, we do normally have a projection up here and where I'm sitting. We did that last year. We know what to expect with those, so we don't need to test those projections. But the 3 areas, the graveyard, the entrance, and the exit hall, all needed to be tested. We knew there was going to be some extra work, so you know, no problem. I'll get in here tomorrow and move the boxes around, and we'll do another quickie test on them again. And no, I'm not showing you any footage of the quickie test. Sorry. Got the fireplace put together in the witch's hall. Got the hammering clown prop maintenance fixed and installed into its display. So we got a lot done. We were just really all over the place today. Did not make it as far as we wanted to. The only thing out of the basement we got out today was the fireplace and the light boxes, which are not installed yet. We'll be working on the rest of the basement tomorrow. No attic tomorrow. We got to get the basement done first. And then I think I'm going to spend some time going through and the stuff that we've got out here, you know, what I can, get it into place. Which is basically setting up the graveyard right now. And we'll have some stuff in the witch's display to set up. Past that, I'm not sure of anything else. Oh, we'll have the bubbling tubes out here. I can get those maintenance and ready to go. Probably get that section of the water room set up. I don't know, I'm trying to run things over my mind. But for right now, it's going to be the same old, hodgepodge, mishmatch, mishkabibble stuff again tomorrow. We'll give you some looks here and there throughout the day and go from there. Past that, stay spooky, stay toxic.